Well, what got you into music, Travis?
Um, so I guess I was always into music
Hmm.
ever since I was a little kid. I didn't start getting interested in playing music until I was kind of my teenage years.
Yeah.
But the first band that I really grasped onto when I was probably about 5 or 6 years old is when my dad got me into Pink Floyd.
Ooh, what
Yeah,
song?
it
What,
was
what song
Dark
got
Side
you?
of the Moon, and
Okay.
I for some reason I just grasped onto that. And I guess you could say that was my first like real favorite band.
So that's how you got into like all the guitar playing from Pink Floyd and everything, or was that from like school or growing up from family? No.
Yeah, the guitar playing thing was
Yeah.
different. I think that was the first time that I ever realized that I enjoyed music,
Mm.
like actually enjoyed it. As far as guitar playing goes, though, that was a bit later. That was middle school,
Oh.
and I just had a lot of friends that played guitar, and I thought that was really cool. My cousin played guitar. I was like, all right, all these people around me are playing guitar. I want to learn how to do that. Um, so that's what initially got me to pick it up. Uh, and from there, it was kind of just friends showing me different music and kind of expanding my horizons as far as guitar playing went, because it started out with just being what was on the radio at the time, which was like early 2000s, like Linkin Park and uh, Stone Sour and like all the,
All
I don't
the
know, radio
yeah.
alternative rock bands.
Oh, did you listen to like Nickelback or Breaking Benjamin at all, or no?
Uh, Nickelback, the songs that I guess were on the radio,
Yeah.
the bigger ones. I never really picked up a Nickelback album though, and like
No.
listened to it from front to back. I
What?
they probably
Dude.
I like their heavier songs, and I guarantee you there's probably songs in their catalog that I'm just not aware of.
That's fair. That's fair.
Um, Breaking Benjamin, I
Hmm.
like them a bit more because they were on the heavier side of things.
Yeah, that's fair. So you probably got into like what is it, Disturbed, Asking Alexandria, and those kind of guys and everything. Then probably.
Asking Alexandria, not
No?
really.
Really? I'm
Yeah,
surprised
and it's
about that actually.
not because I don't enjoy their music, but
Mhm.
just because I never really checked them out.
Oh, that's a no. Okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
know.
that is surprise. Okay, have you checked out them now or no?
Um, yeah, so I
Mhm.
got into a couple of songs of theirs. God, they probably would have come out like 5 or 6 years ago. I can't even tell you what album it was
Oh,
on, but it's
good.
definitely newer Asking Alexandria stuff.
Okay.
Because I know in the beginning
Mhm.
they were kind of that stereotypical Sumerian core stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah. See, I never got into that kind of Asking Alexandria. I'm the same way as you. I found them like the newer albums and everything. That's how I
Gotcha.
found them. So like the more popular stuff that people are like, oh, they're so popular, but they're still
Right.
metal. They're still metal.
Yeah, yeah.
That's I think that's weird about like the metal scene where they're like, oh, if you consider this metal, where it's literally it is. Like they think pop is more metal. It's the metal scene's so weird, man. It's so strange.
I, it spans so many genres now.
Yeah, right? Because there's
Yeah.
you have subgenres. So I don't get why people are so like, oh, this is a subgenre. That's metal.
Yeah. There's too many subgenres. I can't keep up with them.
Right? Are you into TikTok? Do you get like go through TikTok and just rummage through it at all? Or no?
No, so I did not fall into that rabbit hole. I had a
Really?
lot of friends that did, but I can say that I do it on Instagram every now and then,
Mm,
which is no different.
there's a degree
Is
ish.
is there?
I
See, I
think
don't know.
so. I think it's. I've heard weird stories about Instagram compared to TikTok because TikTok, I think you get a lot more dumber videos, and then
Okay.
Instagram you don't. I don't know. I've not gone down the Instagram rabbit hole yet. I could try.
Uh, I mean, I have friends that send me
Mhm.
TikTok videos,
Yeah.
and I feel like they're seeing kind of the same stuff I find on Instagram, the shorts.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not really that much different. I
Not
mean,
much.
when TikTok initially came around, it was way different.
Yeah. It was like a dancing thing, right?
Right. It was like a lot more videos of kids, I guess, just doing
Yeah.
weird stuff.
We don't
I don't
talk
know.
about that weird
Yeah, I don't know.
era. So, have you worked on like any? Do you okay? AI.
Mhm.
What do you think of it? Is it good or bad? Have you worked on any stuff in with Kill the Lights or anything with AI stuff before or no?
With Kill the Lights, no.
No.
Uh,
Okay.
hi. The What I've mainly done with AI myself is using like Midjourney or
Okay.
trying Dolly, which I think
Hmm.
is OpenAI's version of Midjourney. Either way, it's all art related.
Okay. It's not bad. Like, I
Mhm.
do you think it's like good or bad? What is your take on AI?
I think it can definitely be a good thing.
Mhm.
Um, it speeds up the production process of certain things. It can help you get out of a rut creatively. Like if you're not, like I've seen it used in cases where you use it more for inspiration rather than just trying to create art and then use
Mhm.
that because it comes up with wild stuff. Like anytime I put in a prompt in Midjourney, it comes up with something that I would have never personally thought of. Um, but I don't know. I guess there's a bad side too, where obviously it takes the human element out of things. And as far as music goes, that's where you're kind of walking a fine line
Yeah.
because I've heard AI generated metal that does
You seen the
stuff
plankton
better.
stuff?
Oh my God, yeah. I saw that song when did that come out? Like a couple weeks ago, maybe a
Yeah, that was
month
like
ago.
a month or so ago. So funny.
And I was like, man, this song has no right being
Yeah.
this good.
Right?
It's super catchy.
It's like there's a whole entire like I think they even have like a plankton band now or something. There's like a plankton like kind of like thing going on or some kind of
I don't
metal
I
AI
don't doubt
band.
it because I think SpongeBob was in the song too,
Yeah.
and it like nails the vocals perfectly.
Hmm.
But I researched that a little bit.
Yeah.
So the song itself, I don't think was AI generated. What was AI generated was the voices.
Right. Right.
So the guy that writes that music, he has a big YouTube channel, but that dude is extremely talented because he comes up with all of it. He writes the music, but he used the AI to replace his voice with Plankton and SpongeBob and stuff. But it's crazy that it does it that convincingly.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
sick. Oh.
yeah.
We gotta make a side project now, Travis. That's the
Yeah.
goal now. That's the goal. I guess that's where
You can
I
have
guess
whatever members you want now.
yeah, you can have unlimited members now. Like you have
Right.
like a choir. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy. If you could pick any song on the internet, if you had to like, if you can make it, what would it be?
Like a song that's already made, or do you
Yeah,
mean if
like
I,
it's already made your like favorite song. You wish that you made it.
oh, that's a
Hmm.
tough choice.
Hmm.
Initially, my mind was going to something Dream Theater related, but I don't even know at this point.
Oh,
I'm trying to think of a song that has like a riff where it's like, okay, that
yeah, that riff. Yeah.
maybe something by Born of Osiris.
Oh, that's a ooh, I like that pick. Something.
I love the album The Discovery that had Jason Richardson on it.
Mm, that was a good one. That was a while back.
Yeah, it was a while back. That was like
Yeah.
10 years ago, maybe over 10 years ago now.
Hmm.
Dude, I don't know. All right, let's
You're
go with
good.
Periphery.
Oh, Periphery. Dude, Periphery's a good pick. Periphery's a good pick.
Um, I don't know, that song Marigold is really good.
Trying to think what I would pick like something from Whitechapel.
Ooh,
Yeah, like probably something from the Kin album. Something
okay.
from there, maybe. I like.
Oh,
Yeah. Hmm.
Bleed by
D-
Meshuggah.
Oh. Okay.
That's become like one of the most iconic metal riffs of all time.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's sick.
yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
Cool.
That'll be my choice.
Hmm. What was your first concert you went to, Travis?
It was actually a really cool one.
Hmm.
Um, so it was Metallica. It was in 2003, 2004. But they used to do this tour back then. It was a festival tour called Summer Sanitarium.
Ooh.
And the lineup that year was Metallica, Linkin Park, Deftones, and Limp Bizkit.
Dude, you got well on your first concert.
Yeah, but
Jeez.
the cool part about it was um, Linkin Park did a DVD called Live in Texas, and people consider it to be like pretty much the best Linkin Park show of all time because it was right in the middle of their Hybrid Theory and Meteora touring cycle. So the set list was just perfect. That was the show that it was filmed at. Was the first show that I
No.
ever went to.
That's insane. You
Yeah,
got to experience history right there, Travis.
I know, right? Like if you go on YouTube and you watch that concert video, there's just hundreds of comments of people being like, "Oh my God, the people that got to be at the show are so lucky."
Mm-hmm.
And that actually got to be my first
That
show
was you.
ever.
That was you.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah, that's lucky, right?
that's crazy, dude. Mine
Yeah.
was pretty puny. Mine was just a Disney Channel band called R5, and I'm like, dang, this isn't
What kind of
metal.
music is it?
It's pop music. It was just a
Oh,
pop band.
well,
Do you know Ross Lynch?
name sounds familiar, but
Yeah, he has like his solo project now called The Driver Era. He was basically his own band. It was a Disney Channel band. He was
oh,
on Austin Alley.
R5?
Yeah, R5.
I'm
So
gonna look this up.
they're disbanded now, but yeah, that was like back in the day when I went. I was like, what is it, 12, 13, I don't know, 10 or something, 8.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, that was like, I wish I went to a metal show when that was my first show, but I wasn't that lucky. But it happens. Happens to the best of us.
As soon as I started playing guitar, it was like metal. That's
Metal?
it. That's so like yeah, it's just I just became obsessed with it. So that was like the very first show that I think
Mhm.
I ever showed interest in going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, who was your influences then for guitar playing then?
It's changed a lot over the years, but
Yeah.
initially it was Kirk Hammett and James Hetfield from Metallica.
Nice.
A friend of mine showed me the song One on the way home from school one day, and I had no idea that people could play guitar like that. So that just like pushed me, and that's what pushed me into listening to more technical music and figuring out about all the guitar players that eventually became my biggest influences. But back then, it was the two guys from Metallica, and then that led me to discover Dream Theater, which John Petrucci, he's still one of my big influences. And then also Joe Satriani and Steve Vai.
I
But
love
then
Steve.
I discovered a band called Nevermore. Uh, their guitar player's name is Jeff Loomis, and he became one of my biggest influences. And I actually ended up playing in a band with him later on. So it's like one of those cool stories where I had posters of him up on my wall and would go fanboy at shows and stuff. And then, 10, 15 years later, he hits me up to play with him.
That was like a full circle moment for you.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
But anyways, John Petrucci, Jeff Loomis, Steve Vai. I'd say those are like top three influences.
Yeah. I got to see Steve Vive recently, and he's sick live. He's really good live.
He's really good. I haven't seen
Mm.
him live in probably 6 or 7 years,
Oh
but
wow.
every time I have seen him, I've never been disappointed.
Yeah. He puts on an amazing show every single time.
Hmm.
I haven't seen anything bad.
No.
Yeah. Who are 3 bands or artists you hope to see in the next 4 years, Travis?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go through my.
Yeah. Go through your Spotify or iTunes. I don't know what you use, but
Yeah. So Bad Omens is one that every time I've tried to see them over the past couple of years, their shows like
really,
sold out within like half an hour.
Mm-hmm. You got to go through
Never
like
get a chance.
sculptors or anything like that. It's just hard. It's very hard.
I know. Oof. Oh, Opeth. I've never
Opeth.
gotten to see them.
Good pick.
It's never worked out that I've gotten to see them before. Let's see. I've gotten to see a lot of my favorite artists.
Let me go through my list too. Let me see.
Tesseract.
Oh, Tesseract. That's a good one.
I haven't seen them in a very long time. So yeah, Tesseract, Opeth, and Bad Omens would probably be top 3.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it would be Architects. I want to see Architects. I would say Word Alive. Word Alive's one.
Yeah.
And then, Against the Current.
Currents?
Against the Current.
Against the Current.
Against the Current. They're like a pop, but they also do rock. The odd song here and there. Honestly,
Okay.
it's a female fronted band, but literally her voice could literally do screams. So many people want her to do like metal music, and she needs to, but she hasn't though. But yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna have to look them
you
up
got
as
it.
well.
You got to check them out. They're really good.
So R5. and against the current.
Just gonna make you just listen to pop music the whole entire time, Travis.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I
Are you
like pop music. I've never been to a pop show though.
really?
Yeah,
That's
I've heard the
amazing.
production value just in that level is insane.
It's surprising how much they go all out and everything, like production, like everything. And well, the only thing I've been seeing a lot for crazy production level is baby metal.
Okay.
Baby metal's insane, dude, and that's metal though. But but pop wise, it's one person I saw recently was NF, and his is insane. Like it's a big stage, huge back wall lighting, LEDs and everything, huge stage, and it's just him and a drummer. That's it.
It's just two people.
Just two people,
Dude, that's sweet.
right? And they're crazy. It's crazy production. Crazy.
I got to see I got to see Tool recently. I'm
Ooh.
not the biggest Tool fan,
Yeah.
but a
Gotta,
friend of mine was like, "Hey, I've got an extra ticket. Somebody bailed. Do
mm,
you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. I've never gotten to see them." So I went, and like the music for me was like, okay, I like the songs that I recognized, their bigger hits. But the cool part about the show was just how insane the production was.
yeah.
Like they had these massive LED walls and just lasers shooting everywhere, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool."
Right.
Even though I wasn't really into the music the whole time, the production made it
Yeah.
worth seeing.
Yeah, I got to see I think the same tour actually, and the literally the walls are crazy. Though I'm
Hmm.
not much of a Tool fan either, but the one thing I absolutely love about Tool is the riffs. Like they have
Yeah,
insane riffs, uh, rhythms in general. I just love their guitar parts. That's the main thing that I love about Tool.
I think still I've seen Meshuggah twice over the past couple of years, and I feel like they blow every band away as far as live goes because
Yeah.
I don't know that their light show I feel like can't be beaten. It's just
Hmm.
syncopated to every single beat of the music, and like the members of the band don't even really move. It's just I don't know, the LED walls behind them make like these silhouettes, and it just looks like menacing the whole time because there's these really tall Swedish dudes, and there's just lasers going everywhere. I don't know, it's like the coolest thing ever, and they
No,
don't have to do anything,
they're just standing there. They just have a light show behind them.
and it's the tightest live band you'll ever see.
Sick.
Yeah,
Dope. Huh.
if you get the chance, do it. Even if you don't like the music, it's worth seeing the show.
Worth it.
Yeah,
You have a new record that's coming
yeah,
out. Are you excited?
we do.
Are you nervous?
Oh yeah, a little bit of both,
A little
I
bit
guess.
both.
We've been working on it for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
The first one came out in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and then once pandemic stuff happened, we were like, okay, we might as well start writing because we're not going to be doing much else.
Yeah.
And that lasted a lot longer than we thought it was going to, so we just kept writing. And I think we ended up writing like 25, 30 songs over the course of 3 years or so. And then we had to cut that down to the best 11 or 12. But we're really happy with the way that it turned out. Our only goal with that album was that we felt like it had to top the first one.
Oh.
And we struggled throughout the writing process with that because there were a couple of times where like, oh, we got to start over. But luckily we held to what we had there, and I think we ended up writing an album that did, ended up being better than the first one, like we wanted it to be.
That's good.
Yeah,
I feel like every band that they make a new record, they want it to succeed from the last record. I think every
yeah.
band's like that. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. How do you hope the fans will take away from this record? Like any predictions you think?
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a bit more divisive, but I hope people just give it a chance because
Yeah,
the first album was, I was going to say pretty much, no, it is. It's all Jordan, the guitarist Jordan Whalen. It was a bunch of his demos that we all reworked over a couple of years. So that album is essentially like Jordan Whalen version of Kill the Lights,
that's crazy.
which
Okay.
which I really like. I really enjoy that.
Hmm.
But This album is like the first real Kill the Lights album because everybody put in their input for these songs. It
Nice.
wasn't just Jordan. So him and I wrote, it was split pretty much 50-50, but everybody had their input on the arrangement. Um, so I just hope people give it an actual listen
That's
because
good.
I feel like you'll find a lot there. We covered a lot more ground with this one.
Mm. How long was the recording process like and the writing process like?
So the writing process was a
Mhm.
couple of years. The recording process went really, really quick.
Ooh,
We did that, was this last summer? I guess it was the summer before. So it was
two
about
years
two
ago.
years ago.
Okay.
Um, we recorded all the drums and did the final pre-production in the UK. So we like finalized all the songs with our producer, and then as we did that, we tracked the final drums. And then I went back home and I recorded all the guitars and did the bass within a month. And then vocals were done within a month or so after that. So the recording process took less than 6 months, but the writing was like 2.5 years.
That's fair.
So yeah, it's about 3 years total.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
that's that's a normal album. I think a lot of bands have done. I think it's like a 2 to 3 year span of like
Hmm.
writing, recording, and everything, getting the mix and match. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
But see, usually in an album cycle, there's a lot of touring with it, but we didn't
yeah.
didn't get a chance to do that. So it was just a
Hmm.
lot of writing. So we got a
Okay.
lot of stuff left over for the next one that we can start
Yeah.
working on.
Well, I was gonna actually ask about that. Have you given a thought what the album touring cycle might be like? Anywhere you want to play that you haven't before?
Everywhere. I mean, with this with this band in particular, yeah, because we've only done a couple of very short tours, which were
Yeah.
in the UK. There's one with the band Monuments and one with Bleed from Within,
Yeah.
and they were both only about a week and a half, two
Ooh,
weeks long. So we've got a lot of touring to do.
yeah.
So right now we have a tour planned for April
Mhm.
and May, which is a headline tour in the UK and Europe. And then after that, we just want to tour like crazy over here in the
Nice.
US. Haven't done
Oh,
that yet. So
cool.
that's our goal.
That's a good goal. It's a very good
Yeah.
goal. You should tour across Canada just because I'm in Canada. And also, there's a lot of people in Canada that would like to hear you guys.
Where are you in Canada?
Winnipeg.
Oh, okay. I've been to Winnipeg many times.
Oh, sick. What's
Yeah, I also played in still play in a metal band out of Hamilton.
oh, which band?
It's called Threat Signal.
I've heard of Dutch Signal. A little bit, but not like crazy amount, but like they're like very underground ish. But yeah.
Yeah, it's been around since like 2007, but I
Hmm,
have done a lot of cross Canada touring. Yeah.
sick. What's your favorite venue that you've been to?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a lot that I can't remember.
That's fair.
Uh, but the one that really, really sticks out in my head, it's called The Rave.
Oh
It's
yeah,
in
rave.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. It's cool. Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, I know about the what is it? The pool, the underground pool.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah,
Yep. There's the whole
yeah.
apparently haunted
Haunted
pool
Mill.
area, and then
Yeah.
upstairs there's like this massive ballroom.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, you have to, I don't know. I don't think there are shows there anymore, but
Oh,
it's a huge ballroom on the top floor that you can go to, and then it has the couple of venues on the middle floor, and then there's the pool under. I don't know. It's just it's a cool vibe there. I like it.
you gotta go back there for your next tour. That's what you gotta do.
I hope so.
Yeah,
It's been about 10 years since I
10
played there.
years. Okay, then yeah.
Maybe not 10. I guess it was like 2016 the last time I played there, but
Okay,
it's getting close to 10 years.
it's getting up there. It's like what is it? 6, maybe 7. You know, possibly
8?
8. Yeah,
Yeah, it's 8 years at this
okay.
point. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Is there any date on your UK tour that you're excited about?
To be honest, I don't even know where we're going. I'm the I'm honestly the kind of person that like it's like yeah, I'm going on tour at this during this time frame,
Yeah.
but I just kind of live it day by day, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm going here tomorrow.
Sure. That's fair.
We are going to Prague in the Czech Republic, which is
Mm.
probably my favorite city I've ever been to.
Mm. Do you have
Yeah.
like a specific spot that you get food or coffee at that you're like, yes, I need to go there?
Um, there's like a town square
Mhm.
kind of area with this huge clock tower there. You'll have to
Ooh.
look it up because it's like a, I don't even know how to describe it. But it's a really famous clock tower from there that has a cool story behind it. But I just love the architecture there. Everything looks, obviously it's very old, but everything
Yeah.
looks like a castle. I don't know. It's just very epic looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably like it's like Assassin's Creed vibe or like
Yeah.
old modern style. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cool. Okay. That's sick. What song feels most personal to you on the record?
So from a lyrical standpoint,
Mm. And
I'm terrible with
guitars.
that.
And guitar
Lyrical,
standpoint.
I'm just gonna say I have no clue. Lyrics are the last thing that I listen to in music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there are songs I've been listening to for 20 years now, and I couldn't even tell you what the lyrics are. Yeah. I
Oh,
don't know, I just don't pay attention to them.
that's a new one.
I pay attention more to the vocal melody rather than I do the lyrical content.
Ooh.
So
Oh.
like I can't tell you what any of the Kill the Light songs are about. I have no clue. You have to ask James about that.
You're good, Travis. But no, how about your favorite riff on the record then?
Favorite riff.
Yeah, favorite riff.
The second song on the album is called Die Alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a very bouncy Lamb of God type riff. The midsection is very Pantera-ish. Um, and I remember when I sent that song to the guys, they were like, "Yes, that riff." So I'm hoping that people are gonna hear that and be like, "Yeah, that's the one. That's a riff on this album."
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I really hope so. I hope people like it. We're gonna
yeah.
bang our heads. We're gonna. I hope you get mosh pits from it.
I hope they don't hate it for sure.
Are
So I
you
agree with you.
scared about people hating it?
I'm not really scared about that anymore.
Okay.
I used to be whatever
Mhm.
officially on released on a label was back in 2009,
Yeah.
and at that point I'd only been playing guitar for like 6 years.
Mm.
Um, still kind of not still kind of I was very green to everything, and back then I was a lot more self-conscious about just comments on the internet and what people thought.
Hmm.
But now I just care about if I like it or not.
Yeah.
You know,
That. Yeah.
if I feel fulfilled um, with what I wrote, and I don't care if people dislike it.
Yeah. I don't think anyone should do like you're the artist. You're the person that's making the music, and you're like, this is what it means. This is what resonates with me. They should
Right.
realize that. Like, yeah, this is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah. If you could have listeners, fans remember one thing about yourself, Travis, what do you want them to remember you by?
What? That's a tough question.
It's a fun question. I like it always.
What would I want them to remember me
Yeah,
by?
if they had one thing about yourself. One. Hmm,
This dude
this
wrote
little.
some sick riffs.
Mm.
That would be sweet.
Okay. Okay. I like that. What was the best piece of advice you've ever gotten for doing music, Travis?
Um, ooh,
Hmm,
I don't even know.
you
I'm
don't
having
know?
to think about that.
That's fine. He's playful.
Dude, I'm drawing a blank on this one.
You're good. You're good. If you don't know, you don't know.
No, I know there's something up there, but I'm getting like test anxiety on this question.
It shouldn't be a test. It shouldn't.
I have that really bad.
What?
Like I feel like any conversation I have with somebody is like I'm taking a test. Yeah.
Nah.
That's just the way my brain works. So usually I'll finish a conversation with somebody and be like, why did I say that?
Aw. No, don't think that way. Like that's the same thing with me with people. I'm like, oh, it's a new person I'm trying to connect with. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna say the right things, and turns out I
Right.
never do. Turns out I never knew. It
Sometimes that's all right. Then you're
it's
like, man, that
fine.
guy was weird, but like a good kind of weird.
Maybe that might work out. Who knows?
Yeah, man, I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, you're good. You're good, Travis. That's fine. If you talk to yourself from a year from now, what would you want to tell yourself?
Um, Stop worrying
Hmm.
about everything.
Yeah,
Especially with music.
that's fair.
I I don't know. Ever since I was gonna say ever since the pandemic stuff happened,
Hmm.
things changed. But that is true. But it's just like it's set me on this course of like kind of worrying about where music stuff is going as far
Yeah.
as in my life. And I feel like if I just relax and let things happen, then it seems to go the way that I hope it would go. But if I sit there and
Mhm.
stress about it, then that's not good for anybody.
No, no.
So, past Travis, just relax.
Relax. You'll be
Yeah,
fine. You're good.
yeah,
Nice. I like it. What do you want the people to know, Travis? I guess new record that's coming out in what is it? Next month? Couple weeks?
yeah. It's
Yeah.
actually really soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like
Couple
really soon.
weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so we have a
Mm-hmm.
new album coming out called Death Melodies. It's coming out in March. I don't know the exact date, but it's in a couple of weeks. We're also going on tour in the UK and Europe in April and May.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Go see him.
After that, I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully, we'll be in the United States at that point. But, anyways, check out Kill the Lights, listen to our new album. You'll have a great time.
Yeah. Sick.